Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Delirium League 3.10. So, I know it's a little late today. I started this recording at 1:33, but hey, how you guys doing? Good afternoon. Something happened, so I woke up to... so this video is gonna be about so anyone who hasn't been following, I'll start with this actually. I'll talk about why the video's late. So, we started this golem character. So the premise of the character is we are an elementalist, golems, and we went and we use stone golem, and we use our fortify weapon, and then we can't use any other minions because we have the primordial chain amulet, and then we stack tons of jewels. So we have one anima stone, one primordial might, and then we just stack harmony. So eminence, I tested it, it's not very good. We would rather just have the reduced cooldown recovery, right? And or the increased cooldown recovery speed, and we want the damage per golem. And this is type of golem, so we have 3 different to try to benefit a little bit more from that multiplier. But anyways, before I get into the character so that people can actually follow along and understand it, so woke up this morning, wasn't feeling very good, still don't, I don't know, feels like my ears have been plugged for days. I don't know what's wrong. It's been really fucking bad. So either way, I woke up this morning, and bright news. I wake up and I have an email from Valorant, and it's like, "You have been accepted." I'm like, "Oh shit! I got the Valorant key. GG, dude." And so I played Valorant for longer than I thought. 5 hours. What can I say? It's pretty fun. I might make some videos for it in a style of like highlight videos. Maybe I stream it and then do something with highlights. I don't know. Either way, it was pretty fun, and that's why I'm late. So now we'll get into the build. I'm sure no one cares. Okay, no one cares about the why I'm late part. They just want to hear about the build. Okay, so how you guys doing? Let's get into this. So like I said, this is a golem build as an elementalist. So basically, I'll explain how we started and how we got into this build. I decided I wanted to go golems. We talked about it in stream for days and days and weeks and a month, basically. And I was like, dude, golems look cool. So I know that Elementalist is the best golem build because you can get extra golems and extra golem effect and extra golem damage and immunity to elemental damage. What the hell? And avoid elemental ailments, so you're immune to elemental ailments like ignite, chill, freeze, shock. It's really cool, right? For going golems. So I call this the Elemancer or the Elementalist. And then I called my character Ethan Golem. So we focused on golems, and so to really focus on golems, we went with the primordial chain, so we could get the extra 3 golems, and we can't have non-golem minions. So no specters, no animate guardian, no zombies, no skellies, no skitterbots. Okay, so that's crazy. And then we get 3 more golems, and so we have this big army. And while I tell you guys about the build, I'm gonna do a tier 16 blight AFK. No way, without flash? No way, dude. Wait, without abilities? No way, dude. When did you start this? 2 days ago. I'll show you the playtime. What did I spend? 60? I spent 60x. So yeah, let me just build 2 meteor towers, and then I'll AFK, and then I'll talk about the build. So yeah, I don't even have the less Ascendancy point yet, because it's actually completely irrelevant. It doesn't do anything. So as an Elementalist, I can get LE damage, attack speed, cast speed, and I can get increased area of effect for 5 seconds, or increased LE damage. I can get 5% chance to freeze, shock, ignite, and then every 14 seconds gain chilling conflicts, shocking conflicts, igniting conflicts, chilling, shocking, igniting conflict. Yeah. So, anyways, the premise of the build was golems. We got the extra golems, and we know that this shit gives us extra golem effect for number of summoned golems. So we want as many as we possibly could get. So to go with that, I went, like I said, the Anima Stone. When you have 3 primordial items, I have a billion of them, like 9. You get 3 golems. Oh, sorry, 2. You get an extra 1. And then we also went Primordial Might. And this gives aggression for your golems. It's like Feeding Frenzy without needing to take up a link of the Feeding Frenzy. And then we run all of these harmonies, like I said. It gives golem regen, so I found that I'm running 7 of these primordial harmonies. 7 of these primordial harmonies is 14% regen for the golems. And then, so with that, I was like, huh, I think that's a lot of regen, 14% life per second. So then I thought, wow, what if you add renewal to this golem build, because golems are cool. So then I was like, okay, well, I added 6 renewals. So we should have a 60% chance to deal double damage while they're on full life, and they have 20% life recovery, life regen, which is disgusting. And then they're also immune to Ellie. Yeah, they're pretty good. So I think it works. I also took Golem Commander to get an extra Golem and Golem effect. And like I said, Eminence sucks. So then, what else? We stacked all the harmonies. Let's go over the weapon, what I use in it. So we have our Stone Golem, level 28, because of an Empower 4, which gets extra levels from the weapon. We run it Awaken Brutality, Awaken Multi, Awaken Melee Fizz, and Impale. And just so you know, here's the Blight, tier 16. Still going. We're still good. Okay, this is most of the skill tree, right? All the harmonies. I have the Watcher's Eye for the Purity of Elements, because I run Purity in the build for the Chaos res and the physical damage reduction. Physical taken as Ellie. Also, you can see, so the Chaos Golem, it gives us a lot of physical damage reduction. I'd also like to point out, we're AFKing without our Pantheons completed. Okay, so then we capped reses, we capped chaos, like I said, immune to ailments, pretty cool. Life regen, 1360, it's insane, dude. We have 40% physical damage reduction because of the Chaos Golem having amplified effect, and then the Carrion Golem doesn't do anything. But, technically, in the POB, you changing one Golem to a different type actually increases the damage for the other 7 stone golems because of all of the harmony stacking. So yeah, because it's per type of golem. So instead of 2 times 7 harmonies, it's instead of 2 times 7, it's 3 times 7. So it's 14 to 21. It's big difference, you know. Okay, I lost my carry-on golem apparently. He did. That's the first time that's happened on a tier 16 Blight. I haven't done enough of it. The character's fresh, new. I haven't been able to test it enough. Oh, it only has 19,000 life. That'll explain it. But I'm pretty sure that I had found that I could potentially remove the Empower if I switched, like, the helmet. There's all this shit I could do, because I don't have to run the Devouring Diadem. But, okay, so basically, now to fill out the rest of the build, because we're a Golem build and we can't have other minions, we couldn't have Spectres in the build, and because we didn't have Spectres, I tried out this shield, and the shield gave me 2 Frenzy and 2 power charges minimum, and then I did Necromantic Aegis for like 9 points, and it gave the shield to the minions, so that the minions always had +2 power and Frenzy charges, and it's kind of cool, but ultimately it was less damage than just switching to the weapon and saving the 10 skill points in the skill tree. And so I switched to my 2-handed weapon. I get an extra 6 link. I don't have Necromantic Aegis anymore. Feels good, man. So this was better. Two-handed weapon is better than Cold Iron Point plus Shield, and it's better than 2 Cold Iron Points. Okay, because you don't have the Frenzy still. And then we didn't have a helmet in the build. Like, we can still replace this. So to explain, the helmet is just like a weird item I'm using in the build right now. It gives me this Feast of Flesh effect, which you might have seen it save my life. So when I was getting attacked, it consumed the corpse and healed me for 4,000 life and saved me. So it's pretty broken. When you stack this on top of the 1,360 regen, it's pretty good. So that's what we're doing, and it's not necessary. We can switch helmets, especially if we just had more life. I did the math. If I had a different helmet, I could get another like 200 life, and that's not counting that I could probably get better items across the board too, that I wouldn't need to worry about res and shit. I could maybe run 2 Vermilion rings, because it's so hard to get health in the build. Also, I don't need a headhunter in the build. I can run percent life, strength, belt to get more life. I think I did the math. It was 300 more life. I can level up to 99 and get another 400 life. So I already have the plans to get myself up to 5,000 plus life, and I won't be keeping probably the headhunter in the build for Blight AFK, but because that's the goal of the build, right, is to Blight AFK, not to map. So now we'll loot the map with this character, and then I'll go through the rest of it. I'll go through all the generic build guide stuff, but I just wanted to talk about the general concept of it and how I started the build so that you understand the direction from when I explain the stuff. It was really cool though, and I did a lot of testing, did a lot of different options, and then I'm still not done, by the way. So again, I actually didn't say this. So this is the first iteration, and so there's going to be a lot more. And so be warned, don't, like, if you copy, it's probably going to be changed. I always change my builds until I'm ultimately okay with it, which takes a month or more. It took my main build like 7 months of playing it to finally be happy, and then they nerfed it, and then I had to redo it again. Nerf, redo it, nerf, redo it. What's that? Ooh, Oro's Sacrifice. Can we get some big loot with these oil chests, dude? Give me a gold oil for the video. Thank you. That would be fun. But yeah, so the character is already tier 16 viable. It has 2 million, or no, 1.7 million per stone golem. I have 7 stone golems, so it's like 11 million. It matches our calculations to do Blight. Also, yes! Also, technically the character's slightly better at Blight than another one, than the zombie, because the golems are really fast, and they have more damage individually, so they don't get hung up on one thing for as long, and so they get back to the center quicker. So it works pretty well. Okay, so now let's go over the build. Like I said, I went over the gems for the weapon already. I'll do it again though. Summon Stone Golem 28, Empower 4, the Awaken Brutality, Awaken Multi, Awaken Melee Fizz, and Impale 21. The auras I use are Purity of Elements in the helmet, because you get 20% reduced mana reservation from this. Pride, Haste, Enlighten 4, which gets a +1 because of the helmet. Pretty broken. Like then I run in the boots the same AFK Blight setup that I run on my other build in my main. So I run, but instead we run Flesh Offering. So cast 1 damage taken level 1 triggers Immortal Call 3, Frost Wall 10, and the Flesh Offering. So this gives 24% increased attack and cast speed for the golems and move speed. PogChamp. It's pretty cool. And then I got an increased duration boot. So these things are affected by increased duration. Pretty good. I was gonna go, I do have okay, I'll show you my other boot. I also went a Fortify boot, and so I can swap this in, and it gives me Cyclone, Desecrate, Castful Channeling, and a 21-23 Flesh Offering, which gives 30-30-30. Pretty good. Pretty good if I want to. If I want to be active, big damage, you know? And then well, okay, so then the gloves, I run a golem, and it's Chaos Golem. So the Chaos Golem is getting us Feeding Frenzy, Maim, and Empower. I could switch this to Carrion if I wanted to, but then the Chaos will be memeing. I like having it this way. And the Chaos needs an extra level, so that's why I have the Empower. To get the 5% physical damage reduction, you need 22, not 21. The Carrion Golem is useless. It's just an extra golem. You could literally put you could use lightning golem and shit. So here's my chest plate. It doesn't need to be 6-linked, obviously. So phase run is with increased duration. This is a 2-link. The Dread Banner and Awakened Generosity is a 2-link. You have Carrion Golem 1-link, Flame Dash 1-link. Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. Those are all the gems. Pretty simple. Like I said, the auras are cool, and we do use the Avian in the build. I'll put it here. We use Avian as well, and we still have an extra 15% mana unreserved, and which means we could do more, or we could stop using the helmet. That's an option. I took this on the skillet tree because I was next to it, and you need it to get the Avian. You need like a couple, which if you take a couple, you might as well take it all. This is the funny part. Okay, so because we're wearing this, and we had a lot of extra mana, a viewer recommended that I try out Mind Over Matter. So you see how I have 880 shield plus mana? Oh, and because of the helmet, the shield affects my mana instead of me. It gives me Eldritch Battery. So if you don't know Eldritch Battery, it's this one. Spend energy shield before mana for skill cost. Energy shield protects mana and stuff life. Okay, so what you see is that I have a lot of ES and mana, and so we actually make use of it in our golem build through Mind Over Matter, which actually makes it so we don't get one shot through Blight right now. It's the difference, because if you just had 4300 life without the Mind Over Matter, you die. But with this, you survive. It's that extra little buffer, and I'm sure that if I also did, like I said, more life through the belt or helmet swap, then it would be cool. And then we wouldn't run Mind Over Matter probably, because Eldritch Battery never, not anymore. I don't know. And then the energy shield would just be working for us without needing to do this. We probably eventually will be reserving more mana, either fixing up how much I reserve or whatever. I have so many mana reserve jewels, it's insane, dude. Every single one of these is a mana reserve jewel, except for one, which is a Cryptic Blood. It's so fucking cool, man. It's so cool. They're awesome. Awesome little jewels, man. Is there anything else I missed? So, to explain the items, this was best in slot, needed it. You can double corrupt for like +1 max res or curse or whatever. Helmet can be a couple options, so we were thinking Devouring Diadem. You could run rare helmet, you can run a bone helmet, you can run there's a bunch of options, right? Sackawalls is best in slot. We tried out a +1 active skill gems and +1 support gem chestplate to get a +2 with a cold iron point plus the shield. Like I was saying, I tried the cold iron point shield method with necromantic aegis and using a +2 chestplate. I got 29 stone golems that are just worse than the 28 stone golems, so levels aren't everything. It turns out that Waken gems are still really broken. Yes, so then like I said, you don't need a headhunter. In this case, it's just some dex because I need 159 for the phase run 21. That's it. So I could get a dex belt with life and increased life and strength, and be a lot of extra stats, a lot of extra life added to the build. And then this is one of the first items I bought when I was doing a swap to get all my resistances and shit. This was a ton of life and chaos res. The primary goal on the glove was life and chaos res, and as much extra res as possible. So I was able to get 78 extra res with max T1 life and chaos. And then I got, was it this? Yeah, life and chaos res. And then this one I got after the fact just to fill out the extra res. Fire and lightning, very little, but it was vermilion, it was cheap, and it had life. And then the boot I got last. It was once I figured out I didn't want the fortify anymore, because to AFK I wanted the increased duration for this boot setup, because somebody in chat said, hey dude, this great YouTuber showed me this boot setup with cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, Frost Wall, and I'm like, haha, good one dude, it was me, so I should use it, true. And then we did. So that's the overall build guide. It doesn't tell you how I leveled it, so I'll give a quick little informational guide for the person who wants to try to play this or make it themselves. I didn't level as a golem character. I leveled as the normal summoner build that I do. So just skellies and zombies in the same exact skill tree, and I never ascended until I was already level 90. Yeah, so what's the plan for the character now? Great question. So we're 93. I want 99, at least. And I want to keep playing it. And so I'm going to stream it, and it should be fun. You guys should come to the stream, hang out. I got to get some flasks and shit. That'll be fun. I'd like to have those. And like we said, there are improvements to make, especially levels to get. And there's potential for just cutting the carry-on golem because he dies. And you just go with an extra stone golem. And since he literally doesn't do anything except maybe more damage, which it's not more damage if he's dying and then you can't AFK and all that fun stuff. But yeah, the alternative route for a golem build would have been carry-on combined with actual minions. So a normal golem build without like going full try-hard golems with the amulet, it would have been carry-on golem, and he gets more damage for non-golem minions. So then you could run your specters, your animate guardian, maybe some meat shield zombies, and then it also, as you see here, grants additional damage for non-golem minions, and then this would get buffed by all this buff effect that we have that gets us the 1300 regen. So that's really cool. But that's a whole different build, like I said, and we wanted to go away from all the other minions and just try out a golem pure build to see what golems can do and let them shine in their pure glory. Oh, I forgot to mention a really big part. Okay, so my cluster jewels. I have this 8 passive skill, minion deal damage. 1 passive skill is Primordial Bond, Renewal, and Rotting Claws. And then the other one, 2 jewel sockets. And then the other one's the same thing. So I went for Primordial Bond for the 10% increased damage per summon golem. Doesn't matter. I get 90%. Sure, 180 with the 2. And Flame Dash, Omega Lol. Yeah. So the reality is you get it for the increased buff effect of the golems. This is more than the Eminence Primordial Jewel. And it also gives 25% increased maximum life, which is pretty good. You can't get Vicious Bite, so the other option would have been Feasting Fiend, so I figure, yeah, this is good, right? I'd stack more Primordial Bonds, honestly, than Rotting Claws to get our Impale. And so in this build, we're running 2 Rotting Claws right now. And we'd like to run a third one, so that you don't have to run Impale support, so that you can run just the Awakened Generosity Dread Banner combo, and you should have like 91, and you can get it to be more with increased aura effect and stuff. So that's a possibility to get your close to 100% Impale instead of running Impale support just like the zombie build. So that's something I'm looking to do. It's probably using another large cluster, and we path down and we do that, and yeah, we probably have another large cluster, and we'd maybe get rid of the mediums. I'm not sure yet. These renewals are really cool though, because I think that our 20% life regen zombies, Stone Golem should never die, should have ridiculous regen, should be at full life. If they're taking more than 20% of their life per second, then I don't know what to say, you know? That's pretty insane. But either way, that's the build. I hope I did this justice. Just for people who are going to ask, the Pantheons, I don't even use them right now, but it's Lunaris and Abberath. That's the ones I always recommend. And you can also use Shakari if you want poison immune. You can use Tukohama if you're stationary for blight. And you can use Gruthkul if you're actively playing and need physical damage reduction. Because this is stationary physical damage reduction. This is moving 5% getting hit. Yeah. I don't have any flasks yet. Normal flask, Quicksilver, Silver flask, the Enduring Mana flask, the Granite flask, and Basalt flask. So movement flask, your tank floss in your mana. You don't need these in AFK Blight. Again, this is an AFK Blight guide. AFK Blight builds. That's the purpose of what I'm trying to create here. Multiple builds to AFK Blight. So the fact that it doesn't require floss might be a benefit. Either way, I think this was a good little short little video, Kappa. 25 minutes later. How the fuck did I just make a 25-minute video? It doesn't feel like it. Well, either way, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys to anyone new who joins today on the Patreon and the YouTube members. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!